Hi, I'm Kevin and I'm a creative and I made a video a couple weeks ago that was about my road trip, and in it I had a Earth Studio animation that I used to show how I had the option to go two different routes. I think it makes a great storytelling mechanic, especially if you're making like travel or like local information. And so I made a tutorial to show people how to do it. First, we're going to name the project 1080 by 1920. I prefer the time code for 15 seconds. Decide to stick with 30 frames per second. Voila, we're going to search for Phoenix, Arizona. Zoom in, and then if you hit your middle mouse button, you can tilt the camera. And I like to angle it with the horizon. Hit the keyframe. Move down the timeline. Zoom out, hit the keyframe, and now you can see a beautiful pole from the city. I then move the tilt so it's halfway through the 15 seconds, and then we create a tracking point. This will be used in After Effects so that we can have text align with the movement of the city. Now we're gonna go render this. I like to create a file specifically for it. I go in, you accept the permissions, and I check that it's for After Effects. And you can do global or local. Local's probably better in most cases because it makes smaller numbers, but I accidentally did global. You have to make sure that you do an image sequence so that you can get the After Effects script. You create a new file for After Effects. I like a separate folder for this too. I like to use similar names, and then I know that it's an After Effects because of the .ae. Now we run the script. You click on File and you will see Run Scripts, and the script is found within the folder that you saved the image sequence in. And voila, you now have your video in a composition, and it has a text layer, it has a null, and then I'm going to scale that down. From there, I like to angle it up. That's the X rotation so that it's facing the camera. Check it out. I like drop shadow. This is not a technical version of drop shadow, but it is enough to create some separation from the background. Looks good. And I center it a little bit so that it stays in frame longer. Looking good. And ooh, I changed the word. Look at that. It's as easy as that. The goal was to make it Phoenix. I duplicate the text layer and I reposition it. This way it has the right parent and it will stay in time with the previous text layer. So I change that to the text that I want to use. This is for travel video. I'm going to change the color so it doesn't look exactly the same as the other text. I'm thinking something gold and glowy. I'm adding the outer glow. I removed the drop shadow because it conflicts in the visuals. And then I mess around with the glow till it looks clear enough that it's there, but doesn't distract from being able to read the letters. I'm checking it out on full so that I can make sure that the text is legible. And I've decided that as I'm looking at this, as I'm panning out, that I kind of want that phoenix to be right next to the 3 hours. I think this looks so much better than what I had before. It's my personal philosophy. As you're doing a project, you should be open to experimentation. And to me, this just looks cool. It looks crisp. I'm going to make the 3 hours a little smaller in scale. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. So now I'm going to export it. I'm going to send that to Media Encoder. And I'm going to go in and make sure that I hit use maximum render quality and maximum depth. Save it in the right folder because After Effects loves to put it in a weird one. I have a folder always dedicated to exports. That way I can see the different versions that I create throughout the time I'm working on the project. That's the animation. Let me show you the short I made with it. Want to see something unforgettable this winter? Go to Arizona. Back in 2021, I witnessed the yearly migration of these towering birds. They're nearly 4 feet tall. They fly in from all over North America and gather in Wilcox, Arizona. At sunset, the sky comes alive. They turn into clouds of feathery wings gliding through golden light. You can hear the cranes calling as they huddle together and the day fades. Share this with someone you'd love to experience Arizona's sandhill crane migration with. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe so you see what happens next time.